Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be going over, we're going to be going over one new team, but we've been playing so many new teams because every time I get into a game, the opponents know exactly what team I'm running. Obviously, I've used the same team for like 5 seasons. So I decided I was going to change it up and try a bunch of different teams. I'm going to show you, I guess I'll scroll through the teams that I have been using. And then a team that I deleted was trying out Cresselia with Confusion in the front instead of Hypno with the Licky Lick and Scrafty. That team did not work at all. So when trying all these new teams, obviously I don't know all the matchups. I dropped like 200 points. Give or take, and then I gained back those points you'll see in the video here with this team. So yeah, it's going to be Defense Deoxys, Alolan, Ninetales, and Umbreon. This team is super bulky, and yeah, let's go ahead and get into the videos. But if you haven't, definitely hit that sub button, as it helps me out a ton. All right, let's get into it. So I know during the 30-second timer, a lot of people were using this team. I think as far as like streamers or YouTubers that I know used it was Rise to the Occasion, Smash King, and I believe Zionic. I've seen it several places, but so I decided to try out DD myself here. I went Psycho Boost Thunderbolt. I'm not familiar with a ton of the matchups, but I figure as long as I don't take a Brave Bird here, I'm pretty good. Defense Deoxys is super bulky, compares to the bulkiness of like Umbreon. So what I'm doing is basically having a safe lead with a safe swap, and then possibly putting 2 shields onto Alolan Ninetales. The Alolan Ninetales we have does have Charm, and the Umbreon we have does have Last Resort, which is a Community Day move. So we're just going to try to finish off this Skarmory. We got right before they got to the 5th Air Slash to get to another Sky Attack. So basically just trying to preserve or give as much energy as I can to this DD. The Psycho Boost and Drop strategy is actually pretty insane from the games that I tried out. I went positive in every set, but all the sets besides these were 3-2s. This was one day of playing this team. And yeah, we'll try out another team next week, or oh no, next week's the Retro Cup. I actually haven't thought about that at all, but we could actually use the Hypno, Scrafty, and Licky Licky. Actually, that's probably what I will do, and see if people recognize that team as well. All right, Swampert, even the Shadow version, it's going to take 3 to KO us here, so we're going to get this move. Oh, they actually do swap. This is a fine swap now that we know the full team is Swampert and Galarian Stunfisk. Considering that the Skarmory already died. So all we're going to do here is throw as many foul plays as we can, probably not shield anything, save shields for DD, and then try to counter down. That's what I think is going to happen at least. I played these games like 4 hours ago during lunch, and now I'm recording the games after work. Or recording the video. So I do come in DD, and like I said, I'm going to try to 2-shield and get it as low as I can. Probably just throw these moves. If I can preserve a shield for Alolan Ninetales, that would be fantastic. So maybe I'll try to throw double Psycho Boost right here, and then swap. I believe this actually ends up being a CMP though, and that's not great, considering the plan we had. Oh, yep. You can see there I try to switch out, and I have to preserve this move, I think. So I'm going to shield and then switch to Alolan Ninetales. Try to see if I can counter Charm this down. They still have the Swampert in the back. The Swampert is pretty low. It probably takes 2 charms to KO it. It's the Shadow Swampert, so it's very squishy. 1 Rock Slide's not going to KO us, so I'm fine here. I think they will swap though right here. Nope. I think we definitely want to use the Weather Ball because they have a shield, and we can do Weather Ball and Psycho Boost for a little combo play. Well, we don't have a combo play here because our switch window's out, but the charms are going to pressure too much where the Swampert is going to have to throw. They're not going to be able to farm up too much, and if they do get to 2, which is highly unlikely, they will win CMP and we'll lose this game, but I think we'll get the Psycho Boost in here. They're also 1 counter down away, but Psycho Boost is obviously throwing the charge move here is safer than trying to get a counter in, especially if they have a move and then we just die. But we would have lost CMP anyways, so maybe it just doesn't matter. All right. game 2, and then I'm going to be showing you 2 sets. I believe this is my 3rd set of the day, and then I'll show you my last set of the day. Alright, Mew, not a great matchup. I'm going to switch to Alolan Ninetales because the harder counter is going to be Umbreon. Usually Umbreon is going to be your safe swap here, but yeah, since it's the harder counter to Mew, I want to have that available just in case I can win switch, which a lot of cases double shielding a Charmer is going to give you the chance at winning switch here. And I believe since they took this Weather Ball, we swapped in a lot earlier than them, we might be able to take a shield advantage here, or even get switch if they decide not to shield. So I probably am just going to go for the farm down. I wonder if I'll throw anyways. Yeah, I'll throw anyways, just to try to get a shield advantage. We are very far ahead on the energy counts here, which is where you want to be, which is one of the good things about swapping as soon as possible. We're also, our opponent's getting a tiny bit of delay here. We are going to have to shield and farm down, but there's almost no chance they can get to another move. I think they're 3 air slashes away. Oh, they actually just go for the Brave Bird here. Okay. And they're going to come in Mew. We do have a move, I think. Oh, no, we almost have a move. Oh, but Mew's going to take us out here. Surf, if it is Surf, Wild Charge, either of those is going to take us out. Almost any move will take us out here on Mew. Maybe not Low Sweep, which I don't know if you guys knew that, but Mew does learn Low Sweep. And we have a big counter here for the Scrafty. Only thing is, they could actually get to 2 foul plays. What I'll probably do is counter down as far as I can before the second foul play, and then try to throw a double Psycho Boost at this just to get it super low. Probably won't KO because the first Psycho Boost is probably going to be blocked, and the second one's going to be double. Our attack will have dropped twice. So just try to get as many counters in as you can that are unattack debuffed, and you should be good here. Well, maybe. We go for the Thunderbolt. I didn't think I would have enough energy for this. So if I actually did think I had enough energy for this, obviously we should have gone Thunderbolt first and then Psycho Boost. But we couldn't have known that, or, well, I think they're over farming here, to be honest, but they still need a foul play here. If they wanted to do a Power Punch down, they would have needed to do it right away, and they might have been able to get to it, but it would have been pretty risky. And that's going to be GG's. So Wild Charge, even from the Mew, actually really doesn't do too much against the Umbreon. We saw that in the last video when we did the coaching session. Yeah, it doesn't do too much. Also, this is a problem when you're trying out teams. I've got a ton of those teams. You saw them on the list. I accidentally went in with the wrong team here. It is what it is. Going to have to play through this. I don't know this matchup at all. I imagine I outpace it by a pretty significant amount, so I should be able to win every shield scenario. And the only thing I can think is they probably can force the second shield before we can force the second shield, since Swampert's so squishy, and Sableye is probably XL'd out to the max, considering the CP here is in the 90s. So, yeah. They're obviously going to be able to get to 2 before we get to 3, and each one of theirs is pressuring a shield, but we would get to 3 before they get to 3, but I think they're going to get the, they're going to get the CMP here, and unfortunately we're going to have to shield this, but our Swampert is decently healthy if they do actually decide to shield this and try to farm down, which is, I guess that's possible, because our next one's going to cost 5 to get to the next Hydro Cannon here. If they try to do that, I think I'll swap to, like, okay, Galvantula, that's a good switch. Okay, Stunfisk. This is obviously pretty bad. We're just going to go for the debuffs. Yeah, throw as soon as you can because Rock Slide's obviously super effective. Want to reduce that to get as much damage as we can in here. And I think at this point I already thought of a strategy of we'll debuff it all the way down, then we'll come in Skarmory, and no matter how much energy they have, they're not going to want to throw because they'll be double or triple debuffed depending on where we can get here. And they're definitely going to try to farm us down because we really don't pressure their HP. Unless they just never throw, maybe. Yeah, but I don't know. We're super low here though. Well, maybe. No, because this one doesn't even get close. We'd have to get 2 more to KO, and yeah, obviously we're not doing that. Okay, so we come in with a Skarmory because they're not going to want to throw. We get an energy advantage there. If they do come in Sableye, we'll just get an extra 2 air slashes. Maybe, yeah, probably 2. It had a decent amount of HP. Oh no, just 1. Okay, well, we got a little bit of a lead here, and they come in with Venusaur. I make a huge mistake here. I thought I could just throw this. I didn't think too much about this, to be honest. Too much thinking in the middle matchup, no thinking at the end, not a great idea. But we could have just farmed up a ton here, so I accidentally threw the Sky Attack. Well, I didn't accidentally, I made a bad decision in the moment. And I probably should undercharge it a bit so I can get a little bit of farm. That's fine. And how much... I still think 3 Rock Slides will KO us, though he does have he's at 100 energy because he did a full farm down. So he probably is close to 3. I just need to land a Sky Attack here, and I'll be good. But if he throws all his energy, Swampert's just going to be able to win the game anyways. We have a lot of HP on that Swampert, and I don't think a Rock Slide's going to do enough here to take out Swampert. And if he doesn't throw... Okay, we switch instantly after he throws the 2. Okay, that makes sense. I don't think a Rock Slide would KO from there. It would be close, but we do resist it. I think we resist it. Ground resist rock. That sounds right to me. If I'm wrong, someone let me know in the comments. Okay, so you should be throwing 7 counters here before throwing the Psycho Boost. But I end up throwing 6. Oh no, wait, what am I doing? Oh, I go for the Thunderbolt here. They should have beaten us to a Sky Attack. I'm surprised they haven't thrown yet. I may take the opportunity to go to Umbreon, but I also... Okay, I could also see me just not throwing at all, or letting them throw again and then getting to that Psycho Boost. Okay, Reggie comes out. That's good because we only have 1 Steel answer. Although Umbreon doesn't die to a Focus Blast, it takes a Focus Blast and a... well, it takes 2 Focus Blasts or a Focus Blast and a Flash Cannon. So probably should do the Flash Cannon one. It does cost 1 energy less. And if you land the Focus Blast, you're good to go for that. Been seeing a little bit more Registeel here. I think it's an answer to all the Bastiodon teams that have been coming out, as well as the Alolan Ninetales. So pretty good answer there, although it does lose pretty badly to Medicham, which is tough. All right, we'll get to one more foul play. Like I said, we're just trying to get it as low as possible. Both of these Mon in the back, obviously, are going to be good against Altaria. I'll probably have to shield if we come in Deoxys, but I probably won't shield if they throw it against Alolan Ninetales. Well, we don't know what's in the back. I might shield just to preserve some health, considering the Dragon Breaths are double resisted by the Fairy typing. But we'll come in DD here, and we'll farm all the way down. We'll probably get hit by a Flash Cannon. Oh, nope. Nice. All right, we do have a Psycho Boost available. They do come in with Mew, so I'm going to go straight for this Thunderbolt. And then I'll probably switch into Alolan Ninetales and just go for a 2-shield Alolan Ninetales here. Especially since they let it go through. This is probably a Wild Charge and Dip if I was to guess, because they have so much energy they might get to 2 Sky Attacks on the Altaria. I'll probably shield this, but I think they're going to get to another one. But I don't think it'll matter. Mew won't be able to do enough damage. Or it's already taken too much damage since it ate that Thunderbolt. Actually, it might not get there. Oh my god, 1 HP. Oh my god, okay. Yeah, and then we just farm down because they have 2 shields. No use in throwing anything. Wild Charge might KO here, but the problem is it'll reduce its defense by 2 stages, and then Defense Deoxys can just counter down. But it doesn't KO, which is fantastic. Alright, last game of this set. Forgot what my ELO was here. I guess we'll see at the end of this video, because I always keep the ELO in the videos. Alright, this is a decent matchup. The only thing you don't want to get hit by is Hydro Pump, so you have to decide whether or not you believe they have Hydro Pump. They're always going to go to 7 because they want to trick you, and you might as well do as many counters as they're doing bubbles so that you can gain that energy as well. Maybe they'll lose count of where you're at, considering I just threw a Thunderbolt. Maybe they think I'm at 0. You know, keep them on their toes. But we really have nothing to switch into here unless we want to switch into Alolan Ninetales. So we really want to win this matchup. I believe we did get hit by the Hydro Pump. Seems okay. They did decide to switch. I really should have switched into Alolan Ninetales there. I am too used to my... Well, the weird thing is I usually switch into Scrafty here. I didn't think about it being double Ghost until right as I clicked that switch. You know, it happens to all of us. But this is a winnable matchup. You do have to shield one of the returns if they do have a really excelled Mon. So I decided to shield the first one. The odds of them thinking I'm going to shield is pretty low. Yeah, and they do return. And then I thought I was going to be able to KO them here with a little bit of extra farm plus a foul play. And then they end up living. And then I think I throw another foul play at it anyways at like super low HP. Because maybe I can beat it to the return. Oh, I should have just let the return hit us and get all that extra farm. It would have been onto an Azumarill, but the Azumarill's already at half-life because of the Thunderbolt. 2 Last Resorts would have actually done a pretty decent amount to it. And I know I need to preserve this Umbreon because I'm pretty sure it's Alolan Marowak in the back. Such a known team. So I'm probably going to switch into the Alolan Ninetales here, try to preserve this Umbreon as much as possible. Am I going to throw a Last Resort? Oh, I go into DD. Okay, so my decision there must have been, I know I have a Psycho Boost. I can pull a shield or do damage. And if they have the Alolan Marowak, at least we still have a little bit of the Umbreon left. And I won't have to shield the Azumarill. And I thought they would throw on the Azumarill there too, but I guess they want to preserve that. But it was actually an Altaria in the back. I have not seen this team before. But yeah, obviously we have Alolan Ninetales here, and I can just come in with that. I think Sky Attack does less damage probably than Hydro Pump. I mean, definitely does a lot less than Hydro Pump. So I probably won't shield this. We'll see how much it actually does. And they might get to another one just because they have so much health to get through here. Even though we're absolutely chunking it. Now, these Dragon Breaths, like I said earlier, really don't do anything. Looks like we do get it down. I do have a move on Umbreon, so I decided just to throw this, or I almost have a move, rather, but I think they're super low anyways. I probably didn't need to throw this. Azumarill's really slow at getting to charge moves, because Bubble's so slow at giving energy, that I probably should have known I could have just shielded and then farmed down. That's one reason I really don't like Azumarill, is because it takes it so long to get to its charge moves, and the bubbles don't do any damage. If it's going to take you a long time to get to your charge moves, you might as well have a fast attack that does a lot of damage. We went 4-1 in this set. Let's see what the rating was. Although in saying that, obviously, okay, 3005. Obviously, Azumarill is one of the best mon in Great League, especially if you have an XL. I have a little XL Azumarill. I think it's ranked 400 or something. Just one that I had best buddied a long time ago. And it's not that great. I personally don't like using it. But obviously its typings are just insanely good, and its moveset's really good. It would actually be crazy if you could use all 3 moves. Same for Defense Deoxys here. Being able to use all 3 moves would be crazy. So I go for 1 Psycho Boost there, which would have KO'd, and then I come into this matchup, which you're good in this matchup. I decided to shield this just in case. Kind of baiting them not to shield because they're not going to be able to get through Umbreon. He's just so freaking tanky. So I'm going to build a little bit. Build up to 2, throw this. It probably doesn't KO, although it's pretty close because it is a Shadow Victory Bell, which obviously is super squish. And then I can just farm this down. Nice. They're going to come back in with Bastiodon. I believe they're going to try to farm us down, but Umbreon is super tanky, y'all. I know they want to preserve as much energy as they can on this Bastiodon, coming back into the DD matchup to try to flip it. But I think our opponent gets really, really greedy here. Because I think we get 5 foul plays off because they're trying to farm us all the way down. And I think we only live with 1 HP, which is crazy because my Umbreon's not very good IVs. It's the best one I've ever caught. But yeah, I think it's just one that I made during the last time it was available. I think it was a year and a half ago, December 2019, when they brought back all the 2019 Mon. Or 2018 Mon? Yeah, when they brought back all the 2018 Mon for the 2 Community Day in December. And in saying all that, this matchup's still going. Just 2 of the bulkiest Mons. I think I checked the other day, Bastiodon XL is actually insanely bulky. It's got like 700 more overall stat product than Umbreon, which is, no, I think it was like 500 more. But that's crazy because I thought Umbreon was like the most stat product Mon in Great League. And then I switched to DD to snipe the counter through to KO the Steelmon. And then this matchup's okay. What I'll probably do is go for a Thunderbolt and then a Psycho Boost. And then obviously we don't want to shield this. We have Alolan Ninetales in the back. So this is GG. They're going to Power Up Punch to try to get, I guess, try to Power Up Punch all the way through this Defense Deoxys. Probably worth shielding this first move. Yep, okay, opponent's playing it well, but I mean, it's over. We know we have the Alolan Ninetales, unless they have like Dynamic Punch and we don't shield it, but I think even if they go for a Psychic here, we would survive one pup. Psychic. Oh, and they only have Ice Punch, which is, yeah, obviously that's even better for us, but I don't think we're going to make it to this timer. This DD is going to go down, but Alolan Ninetales is just going to take a few charms to take out Medicham. So Medicham Bastiodon is one of the big cores that I've noticed this season. It is everywhere. They're just so hard to answer both of them. Azumarill answers both. Medicham answers both. I don't have an XL Medicham. I have a 15-15-15 Best Buddy Medicham, but I don't have like an actual good Medicham. Otherwise, I would try out a team like this. I also don't have an XL Sableye, so another Mon I can't really try out. I have a Best Buddy like 14, 12, 15 Sableye that isn't even doesn't even have return, so that's really sad times. Alright, throw the Psycho Boost at this Pelipper so that I can just go in one foul play against it. And then I want to farm up a bit. Even if they throw a Hurricane, it probably does about 40%, maybe 50, but I doubt 50. Oh, it does have a high attack stat. Yeah, it looks like about 40, 45. So I decided I don't want them to get another move, so I decided to throw here. Definitely is going to KO. Pelipper, super squishy Pokemon, high attack stat, really good at flipping matchups. They coming back in with the Umbreon, the Medicham against our Umbreon. They probably could farm down, but what they probably want to do is pup, because they're going to take too many foul play. Actually, no, they probably will farm down. I think we actually only get to one more foul play. Maybe I should have gone for a last resort. It technically does a little more damage. And if you know you're only going to get to one move, you might as well do it, since these are neutral foul plays anyways, because it's super effective against the Psychic typing and then resisted by the counter typing. Oh wait, do I come in with Alolan Ninetales here? Okay, and then they come in with Talonflame. Oh, I do remember this game. So if we had Rock Slide, maybe it would have been better, since it's a better, an easier move to get to, since it's a little more energy efficient. I decide I'm just going to shield everything. Maybe I should shield the second Flame Charge, but I figured they could have just incinerated me down maybe at that point, which seeing the damage done here now, probably they could have. But this game's really over. Their Talonflame is going to be so supercharged up against the Alolan Ninetales in the back, and maybe if we had Powder Snow, we would have had better chances. But I don't know, doubtable. Actually, I do remember we almost get to the move on Alolan Ninetales, so maybe if we did have Powder Snow, we would have had a chance. But I think we still would have lost to the Medicham in the back, because it would have had so much energy, and then we wouldn't have that charm damage to pressure the Medicham. Oh, Deoxys, you tried. Yeah, even if we hadn't shielded the first one, they would have then incinerated us down, because look how low health we had, considering we were countering the or shielding the moves at the beginning instead of at the end, which is what you usually want to do against Talonflame. I was not expecting a Talonflame in the back, although I won't forget that guy's name was something Tony. It was like T Tony Talonflame. Sometimes I remember people's teams. I usually don't, but I will remember that Tony Talonflame. A lot of times you see the same people at the top, but I'm not very good at remembering teams. If you've ever seen me stream, you know that, I don't know, sometimes I face people the same time in like one set later, and I'll already have forgotten their team. It's crazy. It's crazy how little I'm remembering. I really should be like trying hard to remember, considering you face the same people over and over and over. But it is what it is. Actually, the last person in this set, I actually did remember the team that they played because I couldn't believe I had lost to it with the Hypno line. That sometimes you remember those teams the most. All right, they do decide to stay in here to try to chip the Umbreon. Definitely leads me to believe they don't have an Umbreon or like a hard Umbreon counter in the back, and that they'll come in with something like a Venusaur, Meganium, Swampert, something that's neutral against it and has high damage, but not enough damage to actually KO with 2 hits. But it does let me have the ability to get to this foul play. Okay, Skarmory is similar, something in a neutral matchup that can maybe 2-shot with 2 Sky Attacks. But I was able to do a lot of damage to the Unova Stunfisk there at the front. So that Unova Stunfisk, while it has a little bit of energy still to get to a move, it is kind of done. Maybe I'll need a shield for it, maybe I won't. But I probably won't. So anything that I have can beat it at the end. It's not going to do too much, Discharge being the strongest move it has. And then seeing the Skarmory here is obviously really good because Alolan Ninetales doesn't want to see the Skarmory. But the only thing I'm worried about, which I may shield here... Oh, I don't shield. Oh, because I survive a Sky Attack and I know that it's not a Brave Bird. Yeah, and then I go for this Foul Play. This doesn't KO, I don't think, which I think I'm okay with. I can come back in with either of the 2 Mon in the back. Oh, they do end up shielding. Okay, it might have KO'd then. Oh, I don't get to this, I don't think. Oh, that would have been nice. Okay, maybe I'll come in with DD. It depends what I think's in the back. Do I think there's a steal in the back? It can't be Galarian Stunfisk because they already have a Stunfisk on their team. It's probably worth it to shield since I have 2 shields and they've already used 1, and we don't know what's in the back. I can probably farm it down all the way from here, especially if it's Brave Birding. And then they do come in with a Stunfisk. I don't think I need to shield this. Like I said, all it is a discharge. It's definitely not going to KO DD. If they come back in with the Skarmory, I can definitely farm it down. I think it's 2 Sky Attacks away from another Brave Bird, which is good to note. But depending on what this is what move we'll throw. All right, what do you got, buddy? What is this, Haunter, Gengar? This is Haunter or Gengar, I didn't see it. I think I remember there being a Haunter. So it's definitely going to have to shield this Psycho Boost. And I think I'm going to throw both so that the charms are resisted by the poison typing of Gengar. So I want to get it super low so I can charm it down. And I want to save the shield for the Brave Bird if I can. And I remember I made a misplay here. I was scared of Sludge Bomb, but it's not even possible they could have gotten to it. This is definitely a Shadow Punch. Oof. Sky Attack's not going to KO us. Brave Bird might KO us. Like I said, they're 2 away, so this is definitely a Brave Bird. I do get a Charm in if I do survive. I think I remember we survived with like 1 HP. And so that Charm went through and did KO. Also, the counter would have been good against it. It still would have KO'd since they had Brave Birded. And we would have had a 2-turn move. Air Slash was a 3-turn move. We would have got that damage in. So this is obviously not great. But maybe we can build up energy later to throw Thunderbolt at it. So I decided to come in with the Umbreon. There's a pretty neutral matchup. They do have the Air Slash, which would have been tough for us. We get a little bit of an energy advantage coming into this matchup. So we actually might be able to pull shields here. Body Slam's actually not pressuring Umbreon too much, but the counter damage is pressuring a lot. So definitely going straight foul play. If it's neutral, I usually just go foul play. Since we do have the stab on it, it almost always is the right move. Unless you're only going to get to 1 move at the end, then you might as well go for the one that costs more, as it'll technically do more damage overall, even though it does less damage per energy usage. Alright, like I said, the Body Slam not going to do too much. Plus, they're probably going to try to save a Body Slam for DD. I don't even know if that's a good idea, but we do CMP tie here. I don't think the Body Slam KOs from here either. Body Slam just not doing too much damage to Umbreon. And so, yeah, we should be able to get the shield here. Yep. Unless they want to lose switch, which I doubt they do. Which would be fantastic for us because obviously we have Charm versus Mandibuzz, which is fantastic. We're going to get a little bit of farm. Like I said, we're not going to shield this Body Slam. It's not going to do too much to DD either. Against tanking Mon, Body Slam is just really not adding up here. And we do resist the counters as well since we're a Psychic type. We get a bit of a farm down. This is kind of what we wanted. We have a shield advantage now and a little bit of energy advantage against the Mandibuzz. But I believe our opponent actually ended up coming in with Registeel, which was interesting. This is great for us. Now we're aligned the way we want to be. He must have thought I was running, and this is another good thing about running one team every single day for the last 5 seasons. They must have thought I was running Umbreon and Scrafty in the back, so they wanted to get rid of this, so that Scrafty couldn't farm it down with the 2 shield advantage, yeah. And then once they see that I'm not running Scrafty, boom. That is a huge advantage, because I'm not going to lie, and this is the person whose name I said I remembered. I remembered they had Mew in the back as a safe swap, because they beat me using the Hypno team, and I was so surprised that, yeah, I was able to remember. I'm going to give a Psycho Boost and then switch to Alolan Ninetales, since, like I said, I know what's in the back. I wouldn't normally do this, but maybe I would, because they have a Skarmory up front, and it's more than likely a Swampert paired with a Skarmory if I didn't know the team. But yeah, knowing the team, obviously, we'll shield once. We'll shield the first one, just in case it's the Earthquake, because if it's not the Earthquake, they actually can't make it to an Earthquake, and I don't want to get Earthquaked. But we'll live a Frenzy Plant, so we'll take the second one here if they do throw, before doing 3 more Vine Whips, which is how much it takes to get to an Earthquake, when they were already at 10 or 12. Sorry. Oh, so it'd only take 2 more. Yeah, yes. Okay. Skarmory, definitely going to farm us down, but at least we have perfect alignment here. As long as Umbreon gets onto the Mew can't really do anything. So, that is one thing that's pretty different from being at the high YOLOs versus being just somewhere in the middle, or anything below 3,000, is you're going to see a lot of the same people a lot of times, and people don't change their teams. And this is what I have suffering with, is because everyone knows my team, they know how to play against it. Even if I have like favorable lead, they know how to switch in, and they're baiting me out. Instead of me baiting them out, they end up baiting me out, because I have to play like as normal as I can, right? I'm not going to change my playstyle unless I know the team. Then I can't really afford to change the playstyle. That was another 4-1, so that was 2 4-1s. Again, thank you all so much for your support out here. We did that video with King. If you haven't watched it, definitely go watch it. We helped out a person using Hypno Double Dark. So if you really love that old Double Dark team, which I don't think it works too much in this meta because there's a lot of DD and a lot of Alolan Ninetales, or just Charm in general, hopefully Umbreon will have a chance to shine again with Scrafty. But until then, definitely thank you all for the support. And if you haven't, definitely hit the like and subscribe button. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Thank you so much for my Patreon supporters, Marlon Dayton, Michael H. And I'll see y'all in the next one.